Hello and welcome to the show where we advocate for indie creators by talking about their Kickstarters on Kickstarter Talk. My name is Mr. Anderson, and this is Kickstarter issue 14, Scientist Cthulhu, the Cthulhu, I hate that name, trial runs, the Demoness, Tits, and Heels. How does it all make sense? We're going to make sense of it now as we go down not only those titles, but many more. So here's all the Kickstarters you're going to see. Let's start at the top of the list, and it starts with Laugh It Forward. It's a comedy about comics. It's a comedy in comics to change the world because punching Nazis is hard, but why can't it also be fun? Tales from the Black Circle. The Scientist is a young adventure of prodigies in peril. HP Lovecraft's The Call of the Cthulhu is going to be on the show. Orison 1 of 3 is going to be talked about today, as well as Trial Run. We're going to talk about Angelica's Reign on Kickstarter and how Fairfax is getting an amazing Comic-Con. We're going to talk about Light Earth, the collected edition of covers and art. We're going to talk about an amazing wrestler named Nikolai Volkov. Stormy Singer is new to the show. We're going to find more out about Stormy now. Staunch Ambition is on issue 3. We're going to see what's up with that, with the amazing creative team, and see where they're taking us next. Dead Duck and Zombie Chick radio show, Vinyl Pressing. The comic book comes to life in an epic recording. Let's see what that's about. We're going to check out the New Guy comic book, Marcus Begins. What does that mean? We're going to find out soon. Johnny Scotch is on the program, along with the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade. T.i.T.S is back. Of course, T.i.T.S is the trans interdimensional taxi cab service. It's a double issue. The Few and the Cursed, our favorite redheads, back with issue 4. We have a Lily, the Demoness, new to the program, and the Libertarian comic book is going to be discussed. Let's start off real quick with we missed one. All right. That's why we leave this open. We're going to start off real quick with Laugh It Forward. All right, Laugh It Forward. Laugh It Forward. Why are you not loading? This isn't funny. All right, we're going to jump ahead or jump back to Tales from the Black Circle.
This is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of Scandinavian youths, in particular Varg Vikernes and his victim Euronymous.
To ban a form of music they say has disturbing satanic overtones. It's called black metal music and encourages devil worship and the desecration of churches.
The events within the black metal scene would eventually lead to the discovery of a series of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of Norwegian history. These are the tickets of a black circle.
A plan that several people should attack simultaneously all around the country, because they were living all around the country. By burning a church, you pretty well make it clear that somebody on this green what this society is all about.
Black metal was underlined by the arrest of Varg Vikernes last year. Known as Count Grishnak, he was charged with the murder of another black metal musician in Oslo. His victim was stabbed 23 times in the assault. Police believe that Oystein Othet, also known as Euronymous, was fighting with the Count for leadership over a satanic terrorist movement involved in other terrifying crimes.
That's pretty deep. So let's do something fun. Let's finally get to Laugh It Forward. Laugh It Forward, of course, is a comedy in comics to change the world. Because punching Nazis is hard work, but why can't it also be fun? 2 new comedy books and a lifetime of laughter and activism, all brought to you by Laugh It Forward.
Hey, hooligans, how are you doing? I'm Sam, and if you're new here, I tell thick jokes for justice. Comedy with a message of hope, whether it's about LGBT rights, race relations, gender equity, economic justice, or a host of other issues. Sometimes people say to me, you can't raise consciousness with dick jokes, and I say, not even the tip? I'm on a mission to tell people why laughter is a moral imperative, especially when times are tough like the last year. If you're not laughing, seriously, what are you doing with your life? What, are you spending all your time avoiding parties so that you can prepare for the apocalypse? Now, I know certain Russian-influenced tangerines make that seem much more likely lately, but, even if it does come, you're going to want to remember that you had fun now. So that's why I'm here on Kickstarter. I have published comics and comedy on woohooligan.com since 2006, and today I've got 2 new books worth of material to produce, and you can get one of the books or you can get a bunch of other cool rewards down below. Check it out. There are comedy ringtones, there are caricatures, there are sketch cards. Even if you only pledge $1, you're going to get desktop wallpaper, and you'll get to help us decide what's going to be on the covers of these 2 books, because I haven't made covers for them yet. So all of you guys who pledge are going to help me figure that out. And at the higher levels, in addition to the books, we've also got, I can make videos like this for you, or at the $600 level, there's a party at your house. I will fly to your house and spend the day with you, doing stand-up, playing improv games, whatever you want to do. We're going to have a great time bashing at your place, having lots of comedy and laughs. And whether you pledge or not, I'm also using this Kickstarter as an opportunity to spotlight some other great comic creators and comedians. So every day I'm going to be having some artist spotlights. So come on back and check them out. There's some great people. They're doing some great work. Have a look at them, see what they're doing. So thank you for coming. Let's have some fun and make the world a better place.
Now remember, the opinions expressed in that video are not solely of indie advocates. I only say that because don't send the hate mail to me. All right, so we're going to move on to the H.P. Lovecraft. This is the Call of the Cthulhu. We're going to let them explain it because I trip over my words on this one. And here we go. Amazing art, though. Very, very beautiful.
My name's Lyndon White, and this is H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu. So H.P. Lovecraft is one of the most influential people of the horror genre. He's creator of the Cthulhu mythos, and he got most of his recognition after he's dead, unfortunately. But we owe a lot to him for what he's done for literature and pop culture and influencing so much. And he's one of the biggest influences on my work, which is why I want to adapt one of his short stories. The reason I've chosen to do The Call of Cthulhu is simply because I love the story. It's one of my favourites that Lovecraft's written, and it was one of my first introductions to Lovecraft's work. And it's been adapted by multiple people in their own way, but what I find is that people rush towards the ending where Cthulhu shows up, which is this big imagery of this monster, made of octopus and humanoid parts and a dragon, and it's great and wonderful, but they miss out on the storytelling. They miss out on the build-up of mystery of what's happening and why Francis is learning about this. And so that's something I want to focus on. I want to make sure that I don't just adapt something for the sake of it. I want to tell a complete story. I want to adapt Cthulhu into a Constantina book. Constantina books are small art books that are made up of 10 images. They're 5-sided, double-sided, and they fold out, so you can read them like a normal art book, or you can fold them out and display them as a piece of artwork. My version of Cthulhu, I want to build up the mystery surrounding Cthulhu, so as you read through the pages, the imagery becomes more Lovecraftian as you read them. I'm using Kickstarter because I get to pitch directly to you guys and people who want my work. I've already spent the time making the artwork, contacting printers, prepping it all for print. It's good to go. Just need the money to print it. This project came from people asking me to adapt more Lovecraft or some Lovecraft. This time last year, I adapted Bram Stoker's Dracula and took it to Kickstarter, which was incredibly successful. But this also led people to requesting me to adapt other stories, and Lovecraft was the most popular. At the time, I was committed to other projects, so in my own free time, when I had some downtime or a spare minute, I've been working on this, make sure it's complete, and now I'm back with a new book, a new Kickstarter. From the Kickstarter, you can get copies of the book. There's bundles in case you want to display it as a piece of artwork on your wall. I'm doing commissions, there's original art, there's oversized prints, bunch of different stuff depending on what kind of thing you're after. Thank you for your support. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to adapt a Lovecraft story. I hope you enjoyed the Call of Cthulhu, and thank you for your time.
Now, no kidding, the art in this is just amazing. I think that we all can agree on that without even a problem. Some beautiful art on this Kickstarter. We're going to move on. It's time for the Orison. Now, the Orison, unfortunately, uses a copywritten song. So we cannot play the video for you, but we will play, well, not with the volume blasting. Come on, load. I hate buffering issues, don't you? It's like performance anxiety. See, this is loaded. Let's see. If this doesn't load, okay, here we go. Now we're just going to mute this. And this is by Bradley Golden. Great guy, great creator. It looks like a fantastic project. And we are in the middle of looking at the creation of this. And this is part of the Powerverse now, I believe. And it says from heaven they came. The pitch line for this is that this is on the tallest mountain in the world, and they're trying to figure out how to survive on this. It's kind of cool that way. And we're going to show off some more art. I'm sure it's more stunning without literally my voice over it, because I don't know the story that well. I have bits and pieces like the rest of you guys, but I pretty much think it's like Avalanche versus the Monsters, if you guys actually watch that Stallone movie. So it's kind of one of those survival, everyone gets bloodied deals. So definitely looks interesting. I like the art in it. We're going to move on to Trial Run. Trial Run is one of my favorite ones. It's an all-ages superhero anthology. Imagine if your parents were superheroes and they had the ability to give you a chance to be a hero. The only thing is you have to pick your power. Let's see how that turns out.
Hey everyone, this is Jen of RLH Comics, welcoming you to the Kickstarter for Trial Run. Imagine your parents were superheroes. Now imagine that you're given the chance to be a hero too. You just have to pick your power. All of us have, at one point or another, wondered what it would be like to have superpowers. One man's wondering is over. John is the only child of superheroes, and as he approaches his 18th birthday, he realizes he has some pretty big shoes to fill. Trial Run follows John's misadventures as he learns what it takes to be a hero. He's given a collection of specialties, each one bestowing upon him a different power, allowing John to take each power for a short trial run. He's finally got his chance to be a hero. He only needs to settle on a power.
So now imagine that, being able to pick your own power. I don't know what I would go with, man. That's such a good question. What do you pick? And being able to actually take them on trial runs, that's awesome. So this is an awesome Kickstarter, worth at least $1. Wouldn't you agree? We're going to check into Angelica's Reign on Kickstarter. This is Angelica Reigns. Oops. I don't know what just happened there. We had a temporary. That art looked cool though with the Ninja Turtle there. I'm gonna have to check that out in a few minutes. But here we are. Now this song is fine. We've actually checked.
Yo, this is Brian Hawkins. I'm the writer for Angelica Reigns, The Faith. Welcome to the Angelica Reigns, The Faith Issue 2 Kickstarter. SFC Comics and Evolution Publishing asked me to say a few words for its pre-order release about Angelica. And first and foremost, I'm very grateful, fortunate to have been brought on as a writer for this series, for her creating this Angelica Reigns universe within the universe as it's part of the SFC universe. It's the first solo series in this universal character launch that Evolution Publishing has with SFC. And so I'm very grateful and excited to be a part of this. So what we have so far with this story is that Angelica is a young woman who has been imbued with dark powers. Something has happened in her past with her mother and her family, and it's put her on this path where she is destined to become something incarnate, maybe something dark. So she has a choice to make, and she's constantly fighting with who she is. It's a coming of age story, it's an identity story, and surrounding that story is magic and a world of fantasy that's put in the middle of our real world. So hopefully people can relate and see themselves through the characters, the human condition. So this is issue 2. Issue 1 left off with a reveal that about Angelica and she having to deal with who she is supposed to be. So issue 2 picks up with her friends and her on this beginning this kind of journey, this quest, and dealing with the ramifications of everything that happened in issue 1. If you have not read issue 1, here is your chance. Issue 1 will be on this Kickstarter, so you can get issue 1 and issue 2. And hopefully this is a story that you can relate to, a story that you enjoy, have fun with, and we'll continue on. So thank you for being a part of this Kickstarter with us, and we'll see you for issue 2 and 3 and 4. Just keep it going, right? Talk to you later.
How awesome is that? All right, let's check out something else. Oh, by the way, shout out to Brian Hawkins, amazing creator. Love what he does. He did American Kingdom, which was very poignant and came out just at the perfect time. Like it was perfectly poised to be an amazing article. We were having some connectivity issues. I'm sure there's probably a lightning storm nearby. So if there was a momentary lapse, I do apologize. And that's actually why the issue will be here with the loading. So I think the internet dropped for a second. But here we go.
Kickstarter for Fairfax Comic-Con. We want to kickstart the first ever Fairfax Comic-Con at the Dulles Expo Center. We've got enough funds already to put on a small event, but there's already over 9,000 people interested on Facebook and climbing. Say what? So we're asking fans to pledge and help us get all the space we need to put on a 2-day show with today's top comic book creators and special guests. We've already locked in comic book superstars John Cassaday and Jim Chung. Oh, yeah! And for you film and TV fans, we've got Greg Grunberg! From Star Wars, Heroes, Alias, and an all-around incredible dude. Your pledge will help us add to our lineup and get the space we need to allow for more fans to attend. We've got some cool rewards like passes for the show, artist alley tables, vendor booths, but that's just a start. If we hit our stretch goals, we'll open up some really cool stuff, like exclusive prints, top secret comic book, VIP celebrity lunch, and unlock 2 more mystery guests. So take a look at all this cool stuff, and then please be a superhero by pledging today for Fairfax Comic-Con Year 1.
Now, they put on Savannah Comic-Con, which, by the way, was amazing. Speaking of amazing, let's take a look at the Light and Earth collection, which brings together a collection of covers, pinups, and art from the hit comic book. Any day now. This is what happens when we have too many Kickstarters on the show. Here we go. Light Earth. You take it away.
Hi everyone, J.R. Blanton here, the writer and creator of the Light Earth series. It's been a while since we were on Kickstarter, but we are back with the Ultimate Light Earth collection. There will be standard and adult versions of this. Of course, obviously the adult will feature more pages, but this is going to be a collection of some of the best art that we've ever produced, and it is amazing. And this is stuff that, you know, people from DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, you know, we've got some really good names and also some new names that you may never have heard of before. But check this campaign out. We hope you guys will pledge and that you'll enjoy this one. This will also be the first time that we're joined up with SR Comics International and my good friend Stephen Rose. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to let us know and check out the tiers. And we hope you guys really like this one. So have a good one.
All right. So definitely check that out. An amazing project. New team up. So it's a new area of distributing, I'm assuming. But we're going to move on to Nikolai Volkov, of course, growing up as a Ukrainian, first-generation American from immigrants who are from the Ukraine. The Russian thing was big in the 80s, and it definitely had an effect on my family. So he was definitely a heel that we gave a lot of heat to. So let's find out more about the amazing wrestler, the man behind the myth.
I try to do me a favor. I try to teach the people a little bit class. You know, Russia, we have class. You know, Russia, when Americans come there, we sing American in Sri Lanka. Everybody stand up, not because we like it, but because we have a class.
Gentlemen, thank you for supporting Kickstarter, my 2 books. And now is number 3 coming, and that is the best. And I hope you love it, and thank you very much for your support.
Croatian immigrant and champion weight, a judo expert, a pro wrestling superstar who sold out Madison Square Garden, the tag team partner of the Iron Sheik, tag team world champion at WrestleMania 1, WWE Hall of Fame. These are but a few of the accolades collected by the legendary Nikolai Volkov, famed Russian heel who dominated the wrestling scene in the 1970s and 80s. This is his life story told in comic form. 3 issues of his escape from communism, rise to wrestling royalty, and claim of immortality. Get the whole story in this Kickstarter campaign. As rewards for helping us fund production, printing, and distribution of the Nikolai comic, we are offering multiple cover variants, including an oversized magazine edition of the comic. Also available are a Nikolai logo decal and a variety of autographed items, comics, posters, trading cards, mini Soviet flags, and action figures. There are also opportunities to get original art from the comic and have your likeness drawn into a future Squared Circle comic and have your business full-page ad included in the book. Thanks for checking out our Kickstarter campaign and for supporting indie wrestling comics.
How cool is that, right? I know you guys dig it. This amazing work by John Crawford, who's doing nothing but fantastic things with nostalgic wrestling superheroes. I call them superheroes because that's what they were to me growing up. We're going to move on to something new. I don't even know what this is. I should have probably watched the video. This is Stormy Singer. It's a Songwriter Badass issue 2. This is brought to us by my friend Chuck, who's also site editor and my editor, actually, for most of my books, believe it or not. If he doesn't edit it, he's one of my proofreaders. So let's find out what Stormy's about.
Hey everybody, this is Douglas Brown. I'm the artist and creator of Stormy, singer, songwriter, badass. I'm an illustrator for about a decade, working on some independent titles. I've also done storyboards for film and television. Long story short, I love to create images and put them in stories. And what I'm looking for is a colorist to help me finish out issue number 2. I've already done everything else. I just need to find an extra set of hands to give it some color and give it some pop. Stormy is a star out on tour. Unfortunately, starting in the tour from hell. In issue number 1, she's in Louisiana and gets pulled over during a statewide narcotics sweep and ends up, some of her fan mail is tainted, so she goes to jail. While in prison, she ends up meeting, let's just say, not a fan, and ends up in a fight and gets her face scarred. Issue number 2 picks up when she's released, and you get to see the aftermath of this one event and how it affects the rest of her life. Now the question becomes, is Stormy strong enough to handle this new life, or is she going to turn into another Hollywood washout? Stormy, she isn't a superhero in the traditional sense of, shooting stuff out of her hands, or claws, or yellow spandex, or flying, or anything like that. She is a fighter, but not with her hands. She's quick-witted, she's compassionate, she's sassy, maybe a little sexy, a little silly, but she always believes in trying to do the right thing. As far as prizes, what's in it for you guys, we have some really great stuff. And there's usual prints, PDFs, have a poster, and this poster is going to be done by John Kramer. Now, John Kramer has been an industry veteran for about 20 years. He's been with DC for quite a while. He's done Bird of Prey, JSA, Wonder Woman. Basically, long story short, he's crazy talented, and he's going to make her look phenomenal. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with. And somebody else is Drew Grassi. Drew Grassi's been in Marvel or DC. He's done everything. I mean, everything. Just look him up. Captain America, JLA, also Wonder Woman. And I sent him a link to Stormy for him to check out. He liked it a lot. As a matter of fact, he thought it was very refreshing and different. And he is agreed to do the cover for issue number 2. And that's going to be really exciting, but I need you guys to help me. It is a dark story. However, ultimately, it's about redemption. It's about taking those gifts and abilities that we have and making the most of them. Like I said earlier, Stormy doesn't have superpowers. She can't hit a tall building or stop a bullet, but she has a microphone and a voice, and she still wants to change the world. She's a good character. I hope you guys like her. And I hope to see you all out in the conventions. And make sure to give me a follow on Instagram at Stormy Comic and Facebook. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Not all comics need capes and tights, right? And this is definitely something that seems like it's going to be an amazing adventure that I think that everyone would be interested in looking at. And it's certainly worth $1, right? Staunch Ambition is next on deck. This is issue 3. It's a supernatural science fiction exploring a new dimension. Azarus becomes vulnerable and must battle for possession of one's most cherished assets. So we're going to go ahead and play this. All right, we're going to move on to the Dead Duck and Zombie Show. Hey guys on Facebook, we're about to go live. We're already live on Kickstarter, so we're going to do a couple shows today. You guys can hear the other thing, but the phone just rebooted. Give me a second. Okay, we're going to go. Sorry about that. The Dead Ducky and Zombie Chick Show.
Hi, this is Jay Fosgett, comic book creator, worked for Marvel Comics, Boom Studios, IDW, and SourcePoint Press, who published Dead Duck and Zombie Chick. The comic book came out a couple years ago. It was a big success, and most recently we created a radio series based on some of the stories that I created for the comic. We did 4 episodes and recorded it all in Toronto. It turned out awesome, and now we're doing a Kickstarter to release it on vinyl. That is record albums for you old fogies like me. So, the majority of the albums will have my artwork on them, and then we'll be doing a limited amount, which will be blank, like the Beatles' White Album, that I will be drawing on as a reward. And we have some other artistic rewards as well, and it's going to be really awesome. So I encourage you guys to contribute to the Kickstarter, and hopefully we'll have more Dead Duck episodes in the future and more Dead Duck comics. Oh, one more thing. We're going to have a special wearable that will be part of the Kickstarter that will have digital comics on there and all the episodes. So you really want to get on board with that. I'd never even heard of it. I thought they were making it up. It's real. So help us out. Let's make it all happen. Thank you.
All right, we're back on with Facebook. So that's exciting. Welcome back, Facebook. We're still live and rocking on our YouTube channel and our Kickstarter channel, so we're still good going. Speaking of good and going, this Dead Duck thing sounds awesome. I can't wait to get my copy. Speaking of awesome, let's dive into something awesome. As a matter of fact, it's the New Guy comic book. Let's see what that means as soon as this loads. We're having a lot of technical issues today, aren't we? Come on, load. You know you want to load? There we go. Let's check this out. I promise.
What if it turned out that every supernatural conspiracy theory was true? Roswell happened, Area 51 is real, aliens are conducting experiments on Earth, Bigfoot exists, and strange things are occurring 2 miles below the surface of the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at the mysterious Dulce base. My name is Eric J. Cockrell. You may know me from my work on Blister and my Adhesive Man work in Defective Comics. I'm back with an incredible new comic called Dulce by an incredible team. This book is created and written by myself and creator Gene Hoyle.
Hi guys, I'm Gene, writer of the amazing Gateway Runners and Labyrinth of Bones. This book promises to be even better than both of those, so check it out.
The line work by Greg Warrencheck.
Hi guys.
The colors by Avery Ferdinand. Hi. Bring this awesome tale of science fiction fantasy vibrantly to life. Rounding out our creative team are Mike Wagner on letters.
Hello everyone, I'm Mike Wagner, and I'm the letterer for Dulce.
And Chuck Benoit is editor.
Hey! Oh, and it's Pinot. You know, like the wine?
Every penny of this Kickstarter effort goes towards the art team, continue on the series, and towards purchasing print copies of the book and promotion. Please take a look at what we have in store and pledge at dulcecomic.com.
All I want's to be hanging with my friends. Not fulfilling a parading.
I like the fast delivery. It makes it sound like pizza.
Workers and I trust, so sometimes it gets scary. And my assistants are paying him up, but I'm here to say that sickness has reality is for my own good. At least that's what they say. I guess being stuck down here is just my destiny. I don't give a flying heck about evolution anyway. I'm praying for the earthling revolution to come today. Set this whole damn world straight, let the living souls roam free. Screw doing a good job, I'd rather do a good deed. Cross my fingers and hope it all finds its way back to me, down here in Dulce.
Dual Say is awesome, but so is Johnny Scotch. Let's figure out why Johnny Scotch is so awesome. I know why, but I want you guys to know why. Here is Johnny Scotch. Said, here is Johnny Scotch. There we go.
In the 4 years since Johnny Scotch came to life, I've expanded his jazz noir landscape to include short stories, novellas, and a series of comics that will soon be a graphic novel. It's now time to bring the soundtrack to Johnny's pulpy world into the light and share the full experience with everyone who has supported this project since the beginning. Johnny Scotch, The Sound of Justice, is a collection of pieces written by Thomas Barber and myself, based in and around the Johnny Scotch world. These pieces incorporate the writing in a spoken word format, backed up by my Scotch-fueled jazz rock fusion band, fronted by myself on trumpet. Backers of this project will be treated to special incentives ranging from Johnny Scotch comics, books, prints, and ultimately the music in either digital form or a beautifully packaged CD. So join us as we embark on the next installment of Johnny Scotch with Johnny Scotch, The Sound of Justice.
Doesn't that sound cool? But speaking of cool, let's move on and talk about the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade. I know you guys are excited. You want to know what it's about. I'm not going to make you wait. Let's find out right now.
Hi, I'm writer David Lucarelli, and this is the video for our Kickstarter.
That's life, innit? You don't get what you want, and then you die. What if I could fix that?
No, it can't be. We killed you. You're dead.
Yeah. Joy.
Vampires are a disease. They corrupt everything they touch, including us. Come at me, lad. Let's see what you got. Overextend like that, and you're done.
We found these from Edinburgh to Paris. Identical markings. What does it say?
Janice is coming.
Who is Janice?
Their queen. What is he? You say you know who we are. Do the math. No, please. I'm begging you. You can't do this to me. Anything but... Who's there? It's settled then. The brigade will make its final stand in the southern necropolis on All Souls Day. The Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade, All Souls Day. Kickstarter, March 20th through April 30th.
All right. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a great Kickstarter? Speaking of great, what's better than T.i.T.S? And don't get mad at me. Wait for it before you send the hate mail. T.i.T.S stands for the Trans-Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service. And we're already on issue 6 and 7. Let's see what the boys are up to this go around.
Welcome to another edition of Transmigrant Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service. I'm Colton, one of the creators, and this is the Kickstarter for issues 6 and 7. We have a lot of unique rewards this go around, including a tier that allows 2 backers to be featured in the comic. You'll have speaking roles, and we'll use your likeness and your name. For newcomers, there's the first 5 issues as well as the new ones. And we have posters, wall scrolls, and metal prints, as well as other rewards. So check it out.
All right. So the boys are back. It looks fantastic. Definitely some stuff's going on. So we're going to have to check it out. Right? Everyone can say that this Kickstarter is worth at least $1. If not more, I'll tell you, it looks way more worth than $1. I'm a huge fan of T.I.T.S, but I'm also I know it sounded wrong. I just heard it. I'm also a huge fan of The Few and the Cursed. Let's check out the video. All right. So, don't you think this could be easily an HBO series? Every time I see the work in this, I think HBO. I don't know why, but it's just the truth. Let's see about Lily the Demoness and ask. Number one, ask, and you shall receive the Demoness. Lily Ardat now has her own series. Let's check it out. Oh, that's right. There's no video for this. All right. So, forgot there was no video for this. So, we're going to go live to the Kickstarter. We're just going to give it a quick look. Of course, this stems out of a different book. Of course, that was The Whispers and Necrophilius. She wound up getting her own series, so that's kind of badass. She was the most popular character in it, so that's good to see. Because this is Kickstarter Talk and we play the videos, we're not going to have much to see about this. I'll reach out to our friend and see if he can make a video for it. Of course, our friend is Mr. Torres, and we'll see if Luis Torres can get us a video to play on the show. Maybe we can get him to come on. We're going to move on to our last book, which is The Libertarian. And this is, of course, whether you're from the left, right, center political, our intention with this book is to make you think it's okay to disagree with us. In fact, dissent is good as it leads to dialogue, and that's what we want to start a discussion. So that's the end of the show right now. I know you guys are upset. Let's go back over our list and see what we talked about today. We talked about Laughing It Forward. Talked about Tales from the Black Circle, A Scientist, The Young Adventure Story of Prodigies in Peril, H.P. Lovecraft's just absolute amazingly drawn book adaptation, which is, of course, a Constantine book. It's telling the classic horror story in the series of full color illustration. We learn more about the Orison. Trial Run made me want to try out some powers, to be honest. Angelica Reigns made me think this chick is going to be fierce in this issue, and I don't think calling her a chick would be a good thing for my health if she was around. Fairfax comic book creator is going to have an amazing Comic-Con, thanks to the people who brought you Savannah Comic-Con. Light Earth has a collected edition that you must have by J.R. Blanton. Nikolai Volkov, WWF, it's WrestleMania weekend. Spend some time and back an amazing project about a wrestling Hall of Famer. Stormy, the singer, songwriter, badass, and former inmate, was an interesting thing. I didn't expect it to go that way. I really dug it. Staunch Ambition, issue 3 by an amazing creative team, just fantastic group of creators. Really excited about that. Really excited about what comes next about that. And Dead Duck and Zombie Chick radio show was very awesome. And now it gets to be on vinyl. So that's what happens when you do something good. It keeps going. All right, we have the Duels. I always pronounce that wrong. It's by Mr. Pinu, edited. Eric Cockrell is, of course, by it. And, of course, just an amazing group. It's the new guy comic book. Marcus begins his first day at the mysterious base with reptilians, feared deities, creme monsters, and various races of aliens. And, of course, there's... I'm drawing a blank right now. Glenn, no, damn it, I'm gonna have to look at it. Well, give me 1 second. Johnny Scotch, Sound of Justice. We talked about the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade. I wonder what their parents think of that. We talked about how T.I.T.S is back with 6 and 7. The Few and the Cursed is out with the in Hunt of the Crows of Melanolone. Lily, the Demoness, wound up coming out of another comic book we found out today. And the Libertarian comic book is all about exposing people to different views. I'm going to remember it the minute I get there. I know it. So this is made by Glenn. Why can't I remember the name? I'm having a senior moment. I'm not even that old. All right, let me see. Why can I not see my own tags? Damn it. We're going to go to it. We're going to go to it because it's going to really bother me because she's my friend and I'm like having a mental inability to think right now. And of course, there's a 5-page preview, which is pretty badass. All right. It is created by, help me out here. That's why you never do anything live. Should have a script in front of me. Oh my God. Why can I not think of his name? Gene. That's what it is. Gene is the, there we go. Now, of course, we're here. Gene Hull is there, and might as well give it Gateway Runner, Labyrinth World. Greg is the pencils, Avery is the colors, Michael is the letterer, and Chuck is the editor. I don't know, it was such a stumble on my part. This looked really cool, though, so I'm going to let that play as we go off. This was, of course, composed by... I love the art in this. So you guys will get to watch this as we end the program today. And that's Kickstarter talk for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week with the next edition of Kickstarter Talk. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice for Indie Advocates. If you want us to cover your Kickstarter, send us an email at indieadvocates@gmail.com.